ngazo ayifani indlela esiphila ngazo ayifani but we have a one man akusoze kwafana guys izinto engayivuma mina azifane noma Khumalusi azovuma abe number 3.
New day, new drama in South Africa. According to new reports, MaCele questions Musa Mseleku's masculine potency after his failure to touch his wives for 2 years. Like this video as you watch. Musa Mseleku, a well-known South African polygamist and reality TV personality, has been at the center of public attention for his controversial approach to polygamy. As the star of Athando Nesthembu, a show that follows his life with his 4 wives and their children, Musa's relationships have been both celebrated and criticized. Known for his unapologetic stance on polygamy, a practice accepted in some African cultures, Mseleku has recently faced a new wave of scrutiny. The issue at hand is the revelation that he has not had any intimate relations with his wives for 2 years, sparking a serious debate about his masculinity and the nature of his relationships. Polygamy, a legally and culturally accepted practice in many parts of Africa, places immense pressure on men who adopt it. Musa Mseleku, who has been married to 4 women for a significant period, often stresses that his polygamous choices are rooted in cultural and spiritual beliefs. As the head of his family, he is expected to manage not only the emotional and financial needs of his wives, but also maintain sexual and physical intimacy with each of them. Failing to meet these expectations can lead to issues that undermine a man's authority and masculinity. Mseleku's personal life has not been without its complexities. Although polygamy may seem idealized on paper, in practice, it involves a delicate balance between maintaining harmony among the wives. Each of his wives, MaCele, Mayeni, Makimalo, and Mangwabe, has her own individual needs, which Musa is expected to fulfill. Athando Nesthembu has offered viewers a glimpse into the emotional and sexual intricacies of their relationships, as well as the challenges Musa faces in keeping his marriages intact. MaCele, Musa's first wife, has been an active voice in the public conversation surrounding their marriage. She has often expressed both affection and frustration toward her husband on the show. Recently, she raised serious concerns about their relationship after revealing that Musa had not been intimate with her or the other wives for over 2 years. For MaCele, this absence of intimacy was not just a personal issue, but one that questioned Musa's strength as a man and his ability to fulfill his role as a husband. In a polygamous marriage, sexual and emotional fulfillment are seen as crucial responsibilities of the husband. Musa's prolonged lack of intimacy with his wives has caused MaCele to openly question his masculine potency, which, in the context of their culture, reflects not just on their relationship, but also on his authority as the head of the family. MaCele's concerns are not limited to personal dissatisfaction, but are rooted in her expectations of Musa's leadership and his role within the family dynamic. In South African society and many African cultures, masculinity is often tied to a man's sexual vitality. The ability to satisfy one's wives is seen as an important marker of strength and power. Musa's 2-year period of sexual inactivity has now become a public matter that is scrutinized in terms of his masculinity. This situation highlights a larger issue about how masculinity is viewed and how unrealistic expectations can affect a man's personal life. Musa's situation sheds light on the intense pressures placed on men in polygamous marriages. A man in such a relationship is expected to satisfy multiple emotional, sexual, and financial needs, and when he fails to do so, it can lead to deep dissatisfaction not only for him, but also for his wives. This situation raises important questions about the expectations placed on men to fulfill all of these roles, even when they face their own physical or emotional struggles. While MaCele's criticism of Musa's masculinity may seem like a private matter, it has far-reaching implications for the rest of the family. A husband's failure to engage sexually with his wives can lead to emotional distress and dissatisfaction, which in polygamous families can be even more pronounced due to the competition for attention and affection. In this context, Musa's failure to meet these needs likely affects not only MaCele but also his other wives. The absence of sexual intimacy in any marriage often causes emotional pain, and this is no different in a polygamous union. Without fulfilling those intimate bonds, the foundation of the relationship can begin to deteriorate. leading to insecurity and frustration among the wives. Musa's inability to fulfill his role as a husband in this regard has complicated the already delicate balance in his family, raising broader questions about the sustainability of polygamy in modern times. The public response to Musa's situation has been divided. Some people, particularly those who support polygamy, have expressed empathy toward the challenges that come with managing multiple relationships. They acknowledge the strain of meeting the needs of several wives, especially when it comes to maintaining sexual intimacy with all of them. On the other hand, critics of polygamy argue that Musa's prolonged absence of intimacy exposes the flaws in the system. They believe that such marriages often lead to emotional neglect, inequality, and dissatisfaction for both men and women. For those who oppose polygamy, Musa's struggles serve as evidence that the practice can lead to unhealthy relationships. They argue that the expectations placed on men to provide for multiple wives in every way, emotionally, financially, and sexually, are unrealistic and damaging. This situation underscores the difficulties that can arise when polygamy is practiced in modern society. The controversy surrounding Mseleku's failure to engage sexually with his wives for 2 years has brought to the forefront serious questions about polygamy, masculinity, and marital expectations. MaCele's challenge to his masculinity is not just a personal grievance. It is a reflection of the pressures and complexities of polygamous marriages. It also highlights broader societal issues about how masculinity is constructed and the unrealistic demands placed on men. As Musa continues to navigate these challenges, it remains to be seen how his relationships will evolve and whether his family can reconcile these deeply personal and public concerns. Thank you for watching this video. See you on our next video with more amazing contents.